Hello and welcome to Talking About Success. I'm Jack Canfield, America's #1 success coach, chairman of the Canfield Training Group, and the author of numerous New York Times bestsellers, including the Chicken Soup for the Soul series, and most recently, the Success Principles, how to get from where you are to where you want to be. And my guest today is Diana Ceron, who's an author and lecturer known for her work in the field of spirituality and personal growth, with a focus on spiritual empowerment and connecting to divine guidance that comes through angels. She also promotes practices such as prayer, meditation, and visualization to connect with angelic energy in order to receive guidance, physical and spiritual healing, and support. Now, her teachings are often in line with the New Thought perspective and other spiritual currents that promote the power of the mind, connection to the divine, and the conscious creation of reality through faith and positive action. Welcome to the show, Diana.
Thank you very much, Jack. I'm so excited being here with you.
It's a pleasure to have you here. I'm fascinated by your work. So let's start by talking about this recent book you wrote called The Magic of the Sacred Codes of Agesta. Tell us a little more about that book and how it came to be that you are involved with it and the message that you share with it.
This is the second book that I have done. This book is about how magic they are. The secret codes of Agesta have changed my life, have changed so many lives for Hispanic speakers. Mm-hmm. And I want to share this information into the English world because it's super important for me to help people to improve their energy, to change. This is a way of change your subconscious mind, mm-hmm. and to connect with the angels, the energy of God, the good energy, and to ascend to big, highest levels of energy with these kind of numbers that are the sacred codes of Agesta.
So I went to your website and I looked at a YouTube video. I should say you have a YouTube channel, and it's in Spanish. So my Spanish is a little bit un poquito, por favor. But what I noticed was fascinating was the use of the numbers. And before we got on air, you talked about angel, and you mentioned Archangel Raphael. And I'm curious, do you work with all the angels that are out there, in space and time, or just certain archangels? And then talk about the numbers and how all this came to be. It's fascinating, really.
Yes, they are really fascinating. The stories I got these numbers because there is a person named Jose Gabriel Agesta, right, or Agesta in Colombia. And he's a lawyer who is older than me, and he has been channelizing angels and guidance from heaven since he's 9 years old. Wow. So he tell us that the first person, or the first spirit that came to his life was Merlin, the magician, and he asked him if he would like to give these numbers to the world through him as a medium, and he says yes. He started with this Merlin helped him to channelize the Holy Mother Mary, and through his mediumship, yes, he started to give to the world beautiful information, not only numbers, but beautiful canalizations. But with the numbers, the Holy Mother Mary told that we should take these numbers and repeat them 45 times, each number that she will give to him. So through her guidance, he started to channelize some numbers. For example, the 29 of Archangel Raphael, that if you want to call Archangel Raphael, you will repeat 5 times the 29, that is his secret code. Mm-hmm. And with that, you will come with this beautiful energy to help others. So I learned about this information and I said, I will try. It's interesting. And I started, my mom is American and she had to fly from Bogota to Scottsdale. And she had to pass through Atlanta and she was with a terrible flu. So I said, okay, I will do this and I will try to see if this works. So And she doesn't believe in anything. So I was, she was with this flu. I was super worried about her because, maybe at the customs they could stop her or something. I was very worried. So I said, okay, we'll do the 29, 45 times. And I started, and then I did it, and I did it, and I did it. And I wrote to her, Mom, I did this sacred code for you, and I hope you get well. This is the green light of Archangel Raphael that I sent to you. And she said, oh my God, no worries about me. I am in Atlanta right now. So she flew from Bogota to Atlanta. And she said, during the trip, I got from the window of the airplane a green light into my chest. And now I am perfectly well. But don't pay attention to that. It's a coincidence. And I said, no, it's not a coincidence. So I started to notice that they really worked. And in that time, I was without a husband. I was with my little boy, 2 years old, and no job. I was like struggling for my life. And when I started to do the sacred codes, everything started to improve. In fact, I did want to go to I wanted to do my first book, that it was not about sacred codes. I was thinking about doing a book about the information of the indigenous in Colombia, in the Sierra Nevada. They are very like white magicians, chamans you call them, but they are so nice, and they know the law of the universe as you can see at the Kivalion. They know that, but in another way, but the same one, in the same information. So I wanted to share this with the world, and I started to do the numbers and the sacred codes to go to Hawaii for a contest that Hay House was doing. And, I did the sacred codes, and I won this prize, but I never get to do the book, because as soon as I get to Colombia, I was called by Random House and by Planeta, that is an Spanish.
Sure, I know them.
Yes, they print you, no? So they asked me, no, we don't want your indigenous thing. We want your sacred codes. I started my YouTube channel to win the contest with Hay House, because they said I need good, in that time it was 8 years ago, I need to have a good YouTube channel or something.
Right.
So I said, everybody's interested about sacred codes, so I will do this about sacred codes. And I started, and it started to work and work and work. And finally, sacred codes, I am using the sacred codes for me, and they are using me, because I have been telling people about sacred codes. I have a large channel. Everybody's using sacred codes. And I started to do a master on sacred codes, because there are so many right now. When I started, it was like a little book, like a booklet. Right now, there are more than 3,000 sacred codes that you can use for everything in your life.
So let me ask you a question about that. So there's like a code for what? Like, give me examples.
There is codes for all the archangels, of the advocation of the Holy Mary. You have to improve your health, for each part of your, for example, eyes, kidneys, feet, every part of your body.
So every part of the body is a different code.
Yes, every code. Mm-hmm. You have for all the saints, for take out black magic, to have gifts from the universe. Everything is for good, nothing for bad things. You cannot do bad things with sacred codes. And there is a lot for success, lots of sacred codes to attract success, to have good trips, to be successful. There is one to be successful. And there is codes for what else? Archangels and more, many things of abundance things, many angels of abundance, cleaning up spaces. There are like tons of sacred codes.
So do all these new codes come from Agesta, or they come to you as you do the work?
Through Agesta. He asked us to all the people who wants to share this information to the world, to give them for free. So I did a platform in which I give them for free es todos los códigos sagrados.com en español, in Spanish, but in English is all the sacred codes.com, and you can look for them at that platform, at that website. It's nice, and you will be amazed how they work. It's amazing. They are amazing. I have seen miracles that you cannot. I never thought they will be possible. For example, a woman who does with me, a friend of mine, who does with me the sacred codes. She had a friend in Peru who had an accident with a motorcycle, and he lost a kidney. We started to do the sacred codes, in fact, this Archangel Raphael one, and we did it with many people. And one day I was with her, and he called her, and he said, "Thank you very much for this information and for doing these sacred codes for me with your friends. I went to the doctor today to do a scan, and they understand that right now he lost kidney, and he had a new kidney."
It was growing inside of him.
Yes. So the doctor told him, like, maybe you had 3 kidneys because I took one. So they really work. They are a miracle. I think it's like so easy because people, when you do the secret codes, you are not thinking it won't work. You think they will work. Or let's see if it works. But people, I think for many people, it's difficult to pray because they don't know how to pray. For many people, or we have blockages because of in our youth we were bad training or something like that. Right. With the secret codes, it's a new way of contact the heaven, and to contact with light and with your mind. Your mind is so powerful. With these numbers, you can like convince your mind that you can do this, and that's why they work.
When you use a sacred code for, let's say, something like the kidneys, which is pretty intense, or just maybe you want to increase your wealth or, track the relationship into your life, whatever. Is this something you do once? Do you repeat it every day over time until you get the result? How does it work?
They work sometimes quicker ones than another ones. For example, for health, they work a lot. They work very quickly. For some people, for abundance, I don't know why people have so many blockages for abundance, but they work. They finally work. They work with me. They have worked with many people, and I think the thing is that to convince yourself that you deserve this beautiful energy that they gave to you. You deserve to connect with God. This is one of many ways of connecting with heaven or with your subconscious mind, but this is so quickly, maybe because there are numbers. Like when I was a child, it was when I want to call somebody, I have to dial very slow. And now I have my cellular phone and it works super quickly, and I can call the entire world. When I was a child, it was only in Bogota to Bogota.
Right. No, it's amazing that you can call Singapore.
It's like now it's the secret codes is like that, like new technology to connect with heaven. It's super quickly.
So again, just so our viewers get clear about this. So let's say I want to increase my income. I get this intention, and I get this code, and I do it. It's 45 repetitions of a number. I do that on Monday morning. Do I do it again Tuesday morning?
Okay, until it comes.
Until it comes, every day?
Yes.
Okay.
For example, the 194 is to call the angel of abundance. And you do it until it works, but it works quickly. It works sometimes with little things. It starts with little things, and then it starts to come frequently, easily. They really work.
No, I believe you. I'm fascinated by it, but I'm totally convinced by it because I've always thought the universe was based on mathematics. There's sacred geometry, all these kind of things. Sí. And there's many ways to connect to the source energy, God, whatever you want to call it. And this is another way that's come through. I'm definitely going to try this. I'm going to get your book and you're going to teach me, like a couple numbers for something. And what I love about it, if I do an affirmation, like I'm so happy and grateful that I'm now making twice as much money, some little voice in my head goes, there's no way you're going to do that, whatever, But if I'm doing a series of numbers like 914 or whatever it was, there's nothing to argue with. It's like it's stirring up something and activating something. I'm fascinated by it. It's really cool. So I knew when I wanted you to do this show that you were onto something, but I didn't know how cool it was because what I had available to was in Spanish. Now we can talk about it in English. So you started an organization, an online virtual institute, university, you call it. Tell us a little bit about that, what it does, and how people can get involved with it.
May I be long or short? I have two versions.
No, do the long one.
Okay, the long one. I was working for a foundation named Mentor Foundation. Now my university is Mentor University. But this has a story. I was passing in a horrible time in my life, but I was working in a beautiful NGO run by Her Majesty Queen Sylvia of Sweden, in a Mentor Foundation, and I was running Colombia and drug misuse prevention. Is psychologist, but I am not a lawyer. And I was really thinking what to do with this secondary students, because I had with UN some information from primary students, but for secondary I had no information. I had nothing, and I got all the funds from British government for this foundation. I was happy with that, but I had no idea what to do with children, with these secondary people. And for a country as Colombia, it's very difficult to work on drug misuse prevention when you have this horrible idea of everybody about our beautiful country. So I was with this information, and I was reading a book named, in English, is Ask Your Angels, for Alma, Daniel, I don't remember the person.
Ask Your Angels.
Ask Your Angels. And I was like, okay, I really would like to connect with my angels. And they said, if you want to connect with your angel, you can ask his name. And I was like, okay, angel, I want you to tell me your name. Could you please, but don't scare me. I am a lawyer, so I need information like it's evident, and I won't change my mind. Like I will really know it is you. Okay. The next day, we had a meeting with the psychologists of the team to speak about this project that was financed by UK government. And at the beginning of we were chit-chatting at the beginning of the meeting, and I told the top of the psychologists, none of them wanted to know about the spiritual things. And I said, I am waiting for my angel to give his name. And they say, okay. And she said, why you don't ask him how to work with these youngsters? Because he's so good. And he said, that's a good idea. So could you please, angel, tell me your name, plus tell me what to do with these children? And in the evening, I haven't received any information. I went to sleep, and I was super sad because I had no information about my angel. And I was moving pages. And I said, these people the writers of the book, contact Mentoria, the angel of education. And the angel of education told him it was in the 80s, last century, that it will be a new information for children, for the education. The teachers will change the way of work, and they will start to study. It will be very important to study the information that is in nature, and the spiritual things, and the joy. It's not joy, alegría. It's happiness and joy, and the joy.
Yeah.
And joy, it will be these three things that will be important for them. So I went to next day, I said, now I know what to do because Mentor told me. I was like, okay, Mentor is my angel. Of course, Mentor Foundation, Mentor appears here, and he appeared here, and he told me what to do. So I started to work with these informations. Like it was 2007, 2007. I started with that, but I worked with Her Majesty for some time, and I did these books with many information about nature, spirituality, nothing about joy. In that time, it was nothing about joy. And then I went out, Mentor Foundation, they closed it in Colombia, and I was super sad about that. So I started to work as a PR. And then I was in a very good job, doing a good job, but I was super bored. And I started to write again, to read again with angels, about angels. And I said, like, oh, mentor, I really want to work with you. So, in that time, I started to do in social innovation forums, and I was running PR with that. And suddenly I saw there is a man from Harvard University that came to Colombia about happiness. He was speaking about the theory of happiness in Harvard. And it was, oh my God, like, okay, mentor, I know this is happiness, spirituality, and what about the nature? What about the information of this in nature? And I have found that, I decided to quit. And I started I will go to do something about mentor, and I will teach children about the spirituality and people about the spirituality, but I have no idea how I will get to do that. And then somebody introduced me to the Sacred Codes, and I say, okay, we'll do it. And I think the Sacred Codes, as you said.
So the Sacred Codes came in at that time?
In that time. They came in the same time. So I was working with the Kibalion and the indigenous that they work on nature, absolutely connected to nature and the information that the nature has.
All these parts are coming together.
Yes, and the Secret Codes, and they as you said, is natural. Numbers are in nature, sacred geometría sagrada, geometric, ¿cómo se dice? Geometría sagrada, geometrics. And I said, okay, this is mentor, and I will do my mentor university.
But so you've got this mentor university. Who do you want to come and take advantage of it, and what will they get if they go there?
And the university, many people who wants to learn about spirituality and change their lives without thinking in a religion, because we are not running any religion. The people who comes to the university most of them are women. Nowadays they have improved a little bit the number of men that come to us, and it's like my age. A woman, 50 years less, but is that the age that I had? I thought it would be for youngsters, but many people of my age they are looking for spiritual improvement, and they can get information about how to improve their lives, how to visualize, how to know that this project is for me. I will go for it. This is the way that I want to be. This is what I want. This is what I think I'm meant to be. And life is everything is, if you are running or doing what you like in your life, you will get all the support of the universe to do it.
Right. I believe that everybody has a purpose that they need to be expressing, the calling they need to be responding to. And when they do that, the doors open up a lot faster for people to do that. Yeah. That's way cool. So is it a virtual university online, or do you have classes where people actually show up in person?
Yes, it's virtual. It's absolutely virtual. It started to work a lot when the pandemic started.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Since that time, I have been running like that. It's easier because to get to Bogota, it's not easy for people.
Sure, I understand. We had to do that as well. So I wonder, Diana, just so our viewers get a real sense of this, let's see if you could walk us through a sacred code. Tell us, what would be the intention behind it, and then what would we do, demonstrate for us, and then I think people have a much better sense of how it works.
Okay, for one that I I am sure that everybody will like is the inner peace secret codes. Inner peace. And the number is super easy, is 1.
One.
So it's super nice. So the only thing that you really need to do the secret code is to set the intention. What do you want? You want inner peace. Okay, number 1 for inner peace, and you will repeat it 45 times. So I do the secret codes with my hands because it's easy. 9, 3, 3, 3, Psalms 9, 9, 4, 5, 45. So I do that like this.
Oh, cool.
It's good? Okay. So I will do it like this. For my inner peace, I set the intention with the secret code 1. So we will start. 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Secret code activated. It's done. So that's the way that you do.
That's not that complicated.
It's not complicated. You can do secret codes wherever you are. If you are waiting for a meeting, you can do it. If you are nervous, you can do it. You are in the car trying in a traffic jam, you can do it. And you are attracting this peace because you are intended to. You are placing your intention.
Right.
So that's why I think they work a lot.
Do you have to say it out loud? Can you say it internally?
No, you can say it. It's like a prayer, a meditation, an affirmation.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you, Jack.
If you were to leave us with one message, the most important takeaway from all this stuff we've been talking about, what would that be?
That you come to this planet for something important, and you are a son of God. You have the energy to work. You have all the support of heaven, all the material to do the life that you want, and you can do it. You can do it. Like, it's very important that we know that we come here for something, not to lose our time. So that's what I will tell people.
Oh, great. We're all here for a purpose and a reason.
Sí.
Yeah. So tell us about I'm sure you have a website, or where do people go?
You can go to YouTube channel at Diana Ceron. Diana Ceron is my YouTube channel. And I have Instagram, Diana Ceron Otoya, Otoga. Okay. But mentor the university that is based in Florida is www.mentoruniversity.online.
So I love what you're doing. I'm absolutely fascinated by it. So, and you're delightful. I mean, you are a walking advertisement because of your energy and your joy. I agree, and all the stuff you talked about. So I just want to encourage everyone watching right now to take advantage of the opportunity. Her book will be out in English soon. Make sure you get a copy of it. If you do speak or read Spanish, go for it now. And so thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Jack. I'm super happy being with you here.
Yeah, I'm glad to help promote what you're about. This is so cool. So anyway, thank you for joining us today, everybody. And please make sure to tune in next time to Talking About Success, where I'll be interviewing another leader in the fields of transformation, healing, happiness, success, joy, fulfillment, all the things we were talking about. Until then, keep choosing intentionally to create the life of your dreams. It's very possible. It's probable. It's like going to happen if you do the stuff we all talk about on this program and that this wonderful lady Diana just shared with you. So I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching this episode of Talking About Success. Remember, your success is a journey. So for more information and free resources to help you, be sure to visit jackcanfield.com/learn more.